Howdy folks, and welcome back to another Redstone Concepts video. What I've got behind me here is a rail switch that is being operated by an inventory contents checker. So what I've got here are two sets of rails. One is meant for carts that have no items in them, and another one is meant for carts that have items in them. So what I've got here is an empty minecart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it along its way. There we go. And it's going to be very noisy. And it's going to stay on this track so long as it has no items in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to drop one item into it. There we go. And now you notice it's going to switch over to the other track. And it'll stay on this track until it no longer has items in it. So this works by using the comparator's inventory contents checker ability. We've got this detector rail here, which not only helps kick the cart up to the rail switch, but it also, the detector rail is going to send a signal to this comparator block, which is going to read the contents of the minecart with the chest. So now, we have a comparison signal here, but we have it turned off right now, so I'm going to just show you that you can supply a comparison signal, but we're going to ignore that for now. So basically the comparator block is going to turn on anytime there are items in the chest, and all we do is we slap a repeater on that and feed that redstone signal to an inverter right here, which is running on this rail switch. So if there are items in the chest, this thing powers up and switches the rail to the other track. So this is basically set up so that only empty carts are going to go on one track, and that carts with any amount of items go on another. But you can also set this up so that only full carts go onto one set of tracks, and carts that are not full go on to another. The way you do that is you take use of the comparison signal. If you want to do that setup I just described, you basically have to supply a full signal strength to the comparison signal. You can do that very simply with a lever, and that way you can go and toggle it whenever you want. But now you'll see that we have this chest with an item in it. We're going to kick it along our track here, and it does not become activated. So now what we need to do is fill this thing up. So now I've got all of this stone. I'm going to fill it into this minecart here. So now it's completely full, and because this comparator block is waiting for a completely full signal, when I push this cart along, now it's going to go onto this track. And there you go. So now we've basically got only full carts on this track, and if I take some amount of items out, you have to be really cavalier with this, I think. Took some items out. There we go. So there you go, folks. There's your handy dandy rail switch that responds to minecart fullness. Hopefully you have some use for this. I've used it a few times myself, and I'll be demoing that in a few videos to come. But until then, I'll catch you next time.